Right.
You're spending so much money on rent that you can't even afford to go out, because then that's another $100, $50 or whatever. So it's like sometimes when you move to these cities, when you have these luxury apartments, you do become lonely. And I think that that's something that kind of happened in our generation. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Black Girls Den. We have a lot in store for y'all today, so make sure wherever you are, buckle up, sit down, get your wine with our wine glasses and teas, and get ready for this episode. Okay, so I'm Alieshia.
I'm your girl Surea.
If you are new, welcome, and make sure you subscribe, stick around, and join us in the den. Okay, so if you know, we first start off our episodes, we do our den diaries. Well, today we have den announcements, because y'all, we got a lot in store. We got a lot to share. So, yeah, we're just going to get it started with our den announcements. But first, you know, it is July, and it is about the 1st. You know, it's a couple days after. I hope y'all paid y'all rent. If y'all didn't, please go pay it so that y'all do not get charged a late fee. Because who got time for that? Nobody.
Right.
Okay.
It's due before the 4th.
Okay, yeah, so make sure y'all get it. Oh, and the 4th's a holiday. So, you know, we don't know if they're going to give y'all some grace, but yeah, you know, pay your rent. And we're just coming from June, you know, so 6 months, the year has been going by so fast. We are wanting to do a mid-year check-in kind of after. And July is also Minority Mental Health Month. So this month we really want to focus on our mental health, talking about different topics that affect us as single Black women in America, whether it's young professionals, you know, older people, just having conversations that really can help us navigate our spaces better. And this is our safe space, so that's what we want to talk about for this month. So hopefully you enjoy this series. We wrapped up the young career, you know, professional.
Like graduated, what's next?
So go check those out if you want to. And then, you know, keep going with us here. You know, we still gonna have fun, live life. You know, that's all we do out here. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share about that. Yesterday, we went to our first vendor event, and woo child, it was so hot.
Very hot.
But it was so fun. We met so many people. And we just kind of network and stuff like that. And so we have some things to show y'all and tell y'all, because we want to, you know, update y'all in real time about what's going on in the Black Girls Den. So we have a giveaway, and then we also are raising money for passport scholarships. So we want to thank everybody who donated to our travel fund. We got some money, yay, to help women travel the globe.
Period.
So if you are a sophomore in college and you want to study abroad, or you want to just travel, you've never been out the country, we want to give you your first passport. And you all can share this with people as well. The application link will be in the description, as well as if you want to donate. And shout out to Love Thy Belly, Farron. Yes. She donated our first passport. So we are very excited to be able to give that out. And we want to just help other women be able to travel the globe. We also believe that like global education is important. We believe like getting out there, seeing the world is great. And we want to be able to help other people who cannot afford that. And a passport is very important, you know, in order to travel the world.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, that is what we want to do with our passport scholarship and our travel fund. If you want to donate, you can donate. The link is in the description. Yes. We also have a Cash App. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about our travel fund.
And just to add to that, we do have a giveaway that's going on right now. So we want you guys to follow our social media channels. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share, because we are going to be giving away a free wine glass or custom mug. Yes.
And we also have a $10 giveaway to Brew and Sip. Now, if you win that one, you have to be local, because we're going to give it to you. But if you join our giveaway and you don't live in Louisville, you can get the wine glass or you can get the mug. But if you're on YouTube, please comment and let us know which one you want. Go follow us on our socials and then send us a screenshot. And then share with your friends, tag your friends, because, you know, we're trying to make the Black Girls Den the #1 podcast, in the world. Okay. So, yes, enter our giveaways support us so that we can support y'all. We will be going live next Sunday, which is July 7th, evening time. But y'all got to follow us on social media so y'all know when we go live. And then we'll be announcing our winner for the wine glass, our mug, and then also we'll be announcing the winner for the Brew and Sip cafe.
Yes.
So, yes, that's the announcements for today. The passports are only $150. If you want to donate $150 to help us get some passports, we greatly appreciate it. But if you only have $1.50, we greatly appreciate it. If you got 15, whatever. You know, we want to be able to do about like 3 or 4 throughout the year. So that's kind of what we are striving to do. So that is kind of what our next goal is. So we have one, you know, we're trying to get to 4. Slow and steady wins the race. And thank y'all so much if y'all are watching us on YouTube. We reached 17,000 views. Yay. We are trying to get to 1 million views. Okay. So run it up. We be doing our shorts. We be on our YouTube long form like this. So, you know, check us out and watch us and share. Okay. Every time you share, you're helping somebody else find out about the Black Girls Den.
Yes.
Because we're popping over here. So, yes. Do you have any other den announcements?
I don't believe so. Besides, we do have actually an event that's going to be popping up.
Come on, yes.
If you guys are in the Louisville area or Jeffersonville, Indiana, we are collaborating with Sip and Whip. So she has an event. It's Savannah Sweet Spa. So she is teaching a class on how to make body scrubs, body butters, and things like that. We will actually be a vendor there. So while you guys are sipping on wine, you can actually purchase one of our wine glasses as well. So yeah, that's going to be July 27th. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And that's going to be Jeffersonville, Indiana. Yes.
So we will be vending wine glasses and mugs, and we'll be doing some fun things. And you have to go to Eventbrite, which will be in the description, the link to pay. It's like $25 or $20, and you get food, drinks, and you get to whip it up. Okay,
yeah, so that's a good deal.
Exactly. So support Black women businesses, support us. And yeah, we're almost about to be global. So, that's our den announcements for the day. So, you know, support where you can support, share where you can share. And we appreciate all the love and all the support now. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us.
Definitely.
Our subscriber count is going up. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers. So maybe we could do a giveaway when we get 100 subscribers. We're about 40 away now, y'all. So
we got all these views. We need more viewers.
Okay. We need y'all to come back. Okay. So yeah. That's all of the announcements, you know, like the church announcement, but we call it den because we in the den. Okay, so yeah, now we're going to go into our mid-year check-in because it is Minority Mental Health Month. We want to share how we're doing, and then maybe like what our plans are for 4th of July, and let us know in the comments what your plans are for 4th of July and what y'all are doing and how you have been doing this last 6 months and maybe what you're looking forward to in the next 5 months, I guess now. But how are you doing?
I think I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to balance my life right now. You know, coming out of a busy work period, and then it's like, boom, I get straight into traveling. I think that's overwhelming. And then we're doing all these vendor events during the summertime. So I'm just trying to balance it all, you know what I'm saying? Because all of this is still new to me. Like, I've had small entrepreneurial stuff I've done before, but I've never really done big events like this. So to me, I'm like, ooh, the pressure's getting worse.
It's getting hotter. Well, you're doing great at trying to balance it, I think.
I'm trying to, you know, and obviously have like a little bit of a social life as well. Baby, I got back in the gym because one thing about me that I feel like that needs to help, that helps me balance, is being in the gym. Like, I got to do my hot yoga, I got to do Zumba, something to zen me out. You know,
have you been able to do it?
Yeah, I have been able to work out. I did Zumba and Pilates actually on Friday. So that's the last time I worked out. But yeah, that's the main thing. I think my mental health right now is all right. It could be better. It could be a lot worse. So I'm just trying to stay on the positive side of things, not the negative.
Yeah, so I think my mental health is doing better as of now, because in that period, so busy and stuff like that, I feel like I've came off of that, like being busy, overwhelmed. I kind of got my resting in, and so now I'm kind of trying to get back out there to do more things. I am still like trying to navigate certain things, I guess I should say, like just in my life, you know, things that are happening all at once, trying to just figure out life is very hard.
It is.
Overwhelming.
Adulting is hard, sis.
Yes, it is. So I think my mental health, I'm at a better space and like, okay, figuring out what I want to do, figuring out how I'm going to navigate things, and just kind of just like putting myself out there, although it is hard because as we're talking about in our episode today, you know, like loneliness, coming to a new city, like trying to find new friends, trying to build that new life kind of is like lonely, but it's also kind of trying to figure out like, what do I want to do? How do I want to show up? What, you know, so I feel like I'm in that space right now of like trying to navigate how I'm about to show up in this new city and heck, how long I want to be in the new city. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, that is where my mental health is at right now. So I feel like I'm kind of getting in a better place with it. So
good.
Yes, that is how my mental health is going. And 4th of July. So do you celebrate 4th of July?
Not really, to be honest. I think since Juneteenth has become more popular in these last few years, it's really been spotlighted in my life. I think 4th of July, I never really was a huge fan of 4th of July. It was always like, okay, let's have a cookout, fireworks. If a family member was throwing a party, then sure, I would pop up. But my family per se wasn't like, oh, let's celebrate 4th of July. Like, no, it was just a way to get people to come together. And like, that's it. It's the same thing with like Christmas and Thanksgiving. We don't really celebrate any of the holidays for real, but we still cook. Child, people cook, they gonna eat.
Yeah.
So it's just a way to get family members together because, you know, those days are federal holidays. So you're automatically going to get them off. So why not do something? But I know for 4th of July, I am actually going to Charlotte, North Carolina to go see my grandfather and my other family members as well. So I'm excited for that. And then when we come back, we are actually going to do like a little girls trip. We're going to Cincinnati. So
yeah, for a day trip.
Yeah. So that's really all I have going on for 4th of July, honestly.
So my 4th of July plans have been all over the place, but I do celebrate Juneteenth more. This might be an unpopular opinion. I really liked Juneteenth when it wasn't a holiday. 4th of July, though, I just remember fireworks, stuff like that. I don't do fireworks. I do not risk my life like that. So, I ain't doing a firework, but I do be out there just, you know, like, it's a cool thing to get together. I think, like, holidays, like you said, it's a cool thing to just get together with friends and hang out, cook. I don't really grill, but I will go somewhere, you know. But I mean, now I do go there. People do have like fireworks shows and stuff like that. I go and I do that. But right now I haven't really been traveling for holidays. I just can't wait to one day where I don't have to wait for holidays to travel. I could just travel anywhere. So I'm really practicing that. So this holiday, I think kind of as I was talking, trying to just, you know, not spend as much money because I wasn't going to go to a podcast summit, but I'm trying to like see like what's going to really help me in my future. I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like, okay, I could really be riding instead of driving. I don't really like to drive. Planes tickets are expensive. So I think my 4th of July, I'm really going to be resting and I'm probably already thinking about content and stuff like that. But like, I really need to get back into riding. So I'm going to take, you know, the day to like write. And actually my job gave us off the second day, so I'm just gonna write, chill, and just kind of like think about plans and reach out to people and stuff like that. Probably reach out to people I don't know too much, but like reach out, like networking and talking. So yeah, it's like I really need.
So it's like resting and working.
yeah. It's like I get to sleep a little later, but I need to write. Like I really need to write, and I have not written. And it's like okay, it keeps bugging me because now I'm getting back into my writing spaces. So it's like okay, I need to write. So I'm kind of taking holidays and switching them up. I used to travel, but now I'm like, okay, no, these are actually like this needs to be a writing retreat. Ooh, I'm so sorry, but I'm like this needs to be like my writing time. So like I think that's probably what I'm gonna do on the 4th of July is just write and do my things like that, and then you know on the weekend go somewhere, have fun, and then you know just kind of get back to day to life. So that's my 4th of July plans. Let us know what your 4th of July plans are
in the comments.
Yes, and let us know if you watch the BET Awards. You know that the BET Awards has only been out since like 2001.
Oh,
like,
I can
like
imagine.
The first one.
Yeah,
Monique was like,
23 video or 23. I said 23 videos. 23 years later. So
yeah, and it's so sad because that's one of my dream goals. If you see us BET, I know y'all have podcasts there. We need to be there next year. Okay,
that would be
like
dope.
yeah, like I've wanted to go to BET Awards all my life. Oh, but let us know if y'all going to Essence Fest. The Essence Fest
Essence Festival's coming up.
Yeah, I'm not going to Essence. I wanted to go to Essence because I want to have a podcast show there. So if y'all hear these things, I'm trying to go to Essence. I'm trying to go to BET Awards, but baby, we need to be getting along with the check. Okay, right. So I do want to go to BET Awards, but it never panned out for me. But I don't know if everybody who wanted to go to the BET Awards, but that is something on my dream goal list, is to go to the BET Awards.
Is it always in LA? Yeah,
it's always in LA, and it's every year this time. It's just like June is so much like there's American Black Film Festival, there's BET Awards, it's Essence. So my real goal is for me to be able to have a free summer, because I need June, July, August, because June ABF, July Essence, and there's something else in July, and then my birthday's in August. So I just need all those three. I need that summer, so I can be able to.
Freedom events in August too.
Yeah, August 8th is coming up. That's actually a holiday in Kentucky. If you didn't know, you know. And so it's like carnival festivals and everything like that.
Yeah, carnival.
Cultural. Ooh. Yeah, that's in August and July. So yeah, and we hope to one day, maybe we could do a girl trip, a Black Girls Den trip to some of these places. So let us know if you would be interested in doing like a trip. You need your passport now.
Right.
Okay. But if you want to do a group trip, because we actually met a travel agent yesterday, and she was saying how she like plans group trips and stuff like that. So we would love to do group trips with Black Girls Den, and that is something that y'all are interested in. Please let us know, okay? Because we could be outside 2025 this summer, okay? Right. Just let us know about it. So yeah, that's kind of some things that I want to do, but right now I'm just kind of like sitting, riding, networking, doing whatever I could do.
Right.
That I could do. Okay. So yeah, do you have anything else to say about that?
No. And excuse my voice, y'all. I am under the weather, baby, or the weather's under me, because I went to Houston,
Texas.
Week, came back, okay, and baby, I had a time. I went to Dallas and Houston, and my friends kind of peer pressured me into smoking hookah, which I should not be at all. Hookah is bad for you. You know what anybody says. It got my voice all off kilter, so sorry about that.
Which one did you prefer, Houston or Dallas?
Definitely Dallas. I do see the night and day difference between the two. Houston is more like Atlanta. It's giving me glamour vibes, giving me like celebrity things to do. There's so many things to do, always something going on. But I just think it's too busy. And child, them highways crossing, like I look like Leapfrog or something, or I'm in a video game. It's like this highway over here, this highway here, this highway here. Like it's just too much. Like I feel mind boggled. Like, and then I think there was a time that I was trying to go somewhere. Siri lost her mind. She was just spinning like on the map. She just kept spinning. I was like, what? Like, okay, child, she's getting dizzy. She started driving. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm over it.
She's tired of driving.
Dallas, to me, I went during the weekday, even when there was supposedly traffic, like, with the rush hour and stuff like that. I just didn't feel uncomfortable driving in Dallas compared to Houston. Like, I really didn't. It was traffic and stuff, but it wasn't as bad. I feel like it was easier to navigate through. And then the outskirt areas of Dallas, I feel like, are nice. Like Irving, you have Louisville, you have Plano, places like that I can see myself living at. But I don't know for a fact if I want to really move there or not, because, child, Dallas is expensive.
It is.
So,
did you go check an apartment out?
Not really, no. Besides the one where my friends actually lived at, but I was like, baby, I can't afford over here. It's giving luxury. Not that I don't want a luxury apartment, but I just have to afford something that I can be in.
That's what I hate about luxury. It's like y'all tag on this word and give a cute little backsplash. Right. Baby, the apartment's be 600 feet.
Yes.
That is not luxury. That's literally an apartment.
Right.
What is a splat?
And their apartment confused me because it was a luxury apartment, but it looked like a penthouse. Like they had like one of those daggone AC vent things that went across of it, and the floors were concrete. I'm like, I'm confused. Am I in New York in a penthouse? Like,
yeah.
Apartment, but it's giving penthouse at the same time.
And that's what these apartment complexes are doing. They're just throwing stuff up because everybody's moving. 600 square feet, don't got no lawn, don't got no washer and dryer. You got to pay for that. Got to pay $2,500 for this. They want you to pay your amenities, valet
parking.
Like, yes, valet parking. Don't got it. You pay so much, you can't even get security for your dang parking. This just goes into our next topic because we're talking about relocating to a new city.
Yes.
And this is the struggle with relocating to a new city. Like, it's crazy. Being an adult, it is expensive. and it's like pay $2,500 for a 1-bedroom, but you don't got no washer and dryer, or you got to do a parking garage. You got to pay $84. I mean, where do you think the funds is coming from?
Right?
Can y'all tell me? I don't know. Let us know if y'all relocated.
From these jobs, because baby, the rent's going up, but our pay is not.
Pay be going down at this point. Like, I just don't understand. And so even going into that and within relocating to a new city, think how much money you have to spend to do a deposit, to move. And then you get there, then you got to either buy new things or have your stuff. Right. You're spending so much money on rent that you can't even afford to go out, because then that's another $100, $50 or whatever. So it's like sometimes when you move to these cities, when you have these luxury apartments, you do become lonely. And I think that that's something that kind of happened in our generation. Even the pandemic made us more lonelier because we weren't going outside. But also when you think about how much it costs to live, people would rather go in their house and stay in their house because it costs $200 to go out, from parking to food and stuff like that. So this episode, actually, we really wanted to talk about loneliness and being in a new city and how it affects your mental health. And so this actually really ties back into it. And I could really speak to it, moving to Atlanta and stuff like that. It's like, I don't even want to go out because you are kind of pressured to spend so much money when housing and stuff is so much more than what you're used to. And I mean, I don't know if the Midwest is cheap, but child, it's cheaper than the New York and the LA stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
It's cheaper than that within it, but it's getting more expensive too. And so I don't know if the Midwest, like, it kind of like sheltered you because it's not really that expensive. But, you know, like, being in your house all day long, like, it's cool. You could chill out. You could do it. Like, I was like, oh, I like watching movies or whatever. But it's like, you only want to be in the house so many times. Like, it's a difference when you have to stay in your house because you ain't got no money. Then you can go out and you have more money. But I think that can affect your mental health, especially, and that is like minorities, like even being Black women. Like, if you can't afford to go nowhere, you could be more lonely. You could be depressed. Like, you could go to therapy, you could talk to people, but it's like, if you don't have nowhere to go or you just want to get outside and escape, then I guess you kind of got to do like low effort stuff. Like, I guess go to the park or walk around.
Or like how we did game nights around here.
Oh, we did do a game night.
Somebody bring some knickknacks and
and I was like,
some cards, and we can have some drinks at the house.
Yeah, you do more game nights. So that's actually a good idea. Like, I just want to do like a mid check-in because it's like, okay, you always going out. I don't really party all the time. I don't really go out all the time, but also it's like a sense of like connection, and it's kind of like, I don't want to say like intimate, like whatever, but it is an intimate setting because like it's just a couple of your friends. It's not like I'm inviting everybody on the block, you know? Right. So it's just like, let's invite some people over. Let's just play some games, and it's fun, and then like it gives you memories. It's like, oh, okay, you know. And I did in college, used to go to people's game nights. My family would always play games, so like that's something that I do like to do. So I was like, oh, okay, let me just, you know, see if we can have a game night. And I guess I don't know. I didn't really have any expectation of the game night, but I mean, I guess it went well. Like, people were like, "Oh, okay." Then they was like, "Let me know you're gonna do it again." Well, honey, child, it's expensive. Okay, Sheree cooked the food, child. I was like, "You cook?" Well, I didn't say you cook. She wanted to cook,
and then I like to cook.
Yeah. Then I got the game, so it's like kind of came together. You know, like, okay, games, invite the people. Like, yeah, so it's like, okay, we could do that. Like,
next time it's gonna be a potluck.
Yeah. But that's what I was like. She was like, food. I was like, oh, they can eat before they come.
I'm just like Decatur, because I'm like, if we're hosting, I'm like, I want to do the whole full bang. I'm like, we don't know when we're gonna have another cookout this summer, so
that is true. That is true.
You know,
but I was thinking more hors d'oeuvres. This girl was grilling, using TikTok to grill the food.
I made that viral TikTok grill. I was like, baby, I hope I don't blow our house up.
Okay, because we wouldn't have nowhere to stay. Then we'd be looking for another spot. Girl, no ma'am. But yeah, so you know, we might can do a game night again. I think that was fun. You can might invite more people or something like that. But definitely, like, okay, let's just have fun and just kind of like, when I lived in Atlanta, this lady, actually, she influenced me to do it. Her name is Marissa. She has a nice house, y'all. She has a nice house. She did game night. She did a luau and stuff like that. And I was like, and then I see the people was like, well, kind of like you got to live with what you are in right now. And so it's like, I do want to host when I have a big house and I can do it. But it's like, if you don't have that, I see this girl on TikTok, like, kind of host where you are now. Make it where you are at now. And so that's kind of where I was like, well, let me just have a game night. Like, let me just ask, like, do you want to have a game night? Because I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get the big house
Right.
or whatever to host stuff, but I like people, I like talking, I like playing games, so let's just do it now. And so I think that's also something too to kind of combat loneliness or depression. Like if you have some friends you can't afford to go out,
Right.
do something at your house. I would even have a movie night. Like I don't know, I'm sorry, unpopular opinion, people hate Tyler Perry, but I would even want to have a Tyler Perry movie night. Like literally, like the plays, I'd be weak, and that like that dopamine just laughing. Watching movies,
Right.
I mean, it's not free because you gotta pay for the movie or whatever. But like, get some popcorn and just chill out and watch a movie.
Right.
So it's like just kind of like thinking of other ways to combat the loneliness, the depression. If that is calling your friends, your best friends, or even getting people to come and visit you. I know that's kind of hard. But people come and visit you, they stay with you or something like that, or just going out and just doing things that don't cost as much money. But hey, I will say the library is free.
No.
Check out the library. Go to the library. Get you a couple of books. I've even gotten books. Now, have I read them? That's the second part. But the first part is going to the library.
Right.
And seeing what they have. I know our library, they have all these events. They have all these different things that are happening. So literally use your local libraries. That could be a good thing that people don't think about. Get you a library card. And go like see movies for cheap, like the $5 ones. This is my thing that I do. I go out during the week. People don't really like that, but I go out during the week. But that's my life hack because like not that many people are out there. It's chill. You're gonna get a parking spot. You could eat. You could do whatever you want to do. And then when the weekends when everybody outside, baby, I'll be inside. Okay?
Right.
That's my life hack. That's how I live my life. Y'all can live it how y'all want to live it, but I think that is something. Ooh, I'm so sorry if y'all watching this video. My nose itches. So sorry, but that is something that I think can help with your mental health because I do like to be outside. I do like to do things. I don't want to always be cooped up in the house, but also if you watch TV, that's something that you do. I don't really watch that much TV, but if you watch TV, you watch movies, you have your shows and stuff, then that can help. But if you don't watch TV and you like don't want to look at your four walls,
right,
then go outside, take a walk, go look for things that you could do low cost. If that's bowling, $2. Now bowling has gotten cheaper. I mean more expensive. It used to be cheaper, but just go during the weekdays. And so that's what I would say.
With me, I never made the big leap of going out of town like her. I actually stayed around here because I'm from this area. I'm from E-Town, Kentucky, actually. And I moved to Louisville like 2017. So that was just like my first big transition, I guess, essentially. I got a job. I graduated from college and then I joined the military, as you guys know. Then I moved up here. And I would say that when I first moved, it wasn't too shocking for me because I did have friends already in the area. I already knew people. So I had like already that sense of community here because I was like, oh, my parents, they live 45 minutes away and stuff like that. So I didn't feel too obscure, you know what I'm saying? When I first moved into my apartment, as you guys know, as I said in previous episodes, that I was kind of more in a white neighborhood. And I felt a little uneasy about it at first. But then eventually I did start to gravitate towards some of my neighbors. Some of them I was like, child, y'all can stay away. And that brings me to like, with us, when we have like the game nights and stuff like that, I did have game nights with my neighbors. Like I actually became friends with them. They would come over. We had cookouts and stuff like that too. And I would just say with like relocating, you just really have to look into where are you trying to move to? Like, is it going to be safe for you? Do you have any friends there? Because that is a big thing. Like she was saying, like you can get really lonely living by yourself or something. Because I know I did. But I just try to keep myself busy, though. I worked a lot. I was in the military, and I did have friends around. So that really did help. So, yeah. And I would say throughout the years, was moving back and forth. I think I'm doing a good job with balancing my lifestyle out, I guess. So I'm not really so lonely or whatever. I mean, we met on Bumble, so we still continue to meet women on Bumble and be friends with them. So that is an option, or Facebook groups, meetups, or anything like that can help you get a sense of community. Or if you're in church, or if you're like her, you're a writer, you might be in a writer's group. I mean, really anything, biking, or if you're into exercising, there's so many different ways you can meet people and stuff.
I forgot about Meetup.
Oh, Meetup.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah, I used to do Meetup. I did it like one time, and like when I lived in St. Louis, and then I think I learned more about it in Atlanta. But I never even did it. And then I went to this event. They're like, "Oh yeah, join the Meetup group." I was like, "Oh, I'd be forgetting about Meetup groups." So definitely, and I have looked at some Meetup groups, and that's how I learned about like the gaming that I do and like writing or whatever. So like I seen that they meet up. So I was like, okay, let me try Meetup again. But I totally forget about Meetup all the time. Facebook is kind of how I find events, so I think that's a good thing. And I don't even I don't even use Eventbrite. I know you use Eventbrite.
I love Eventbrite.
I don't even get on Eventbrite, so I'm just like, I don't even be knowing I don't even know what be going on. Right. So I was like, dang, I guess I gotta take that step.
Are you looking into Facebook events?
Yeah, I'm a Facebook girly. I don't know. I don't care what y'all say. And then Instagram, kind of like when I was in Atlanta, like Instagram. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the difference between Instagram and Atlanta. Like they market so much going on, so it's like okay, I see stuff on Instagram in Atlanta. Like they always tag in something if you follow people, different things like that. And then TikTok. So that's kind of where I look at my stuff. I don't really get on websites or look at like meetup groups because like that's just not what I was geared to when I do things. Like it's just like oh okay. And when I was in Atlanta, I have friends like from work and like just being in the spaces that's like, okay, let's just go do this thing together. Let's go do things. So it's like, you really don't have, I feel like maybe Louisville, you have to look for more stuff. In Atlanta, like I didn't have to like look for something because something is always going on. Or I could just go somewhere. Like I always went to the Battery. Something's happening. Like that's like where you walk around Atlantic Station. They don't have that stuff here. So I think that's another thing too. It's like takes out the planning and that's easier when it's just things you can do. Whereas here, you got to kind of find things. Like I'm not going to always be like, oh, let's go to the waterfront. Like that's not what I'm gonna do because that's just sitting there and looking at the water. Like nothing.
And that's something you guys have to look into. Like when you're relocating, think about where you're trying to move to because like we said that if you're going to a boring city or something that's like less things to do because I mean there are boring cities out there and honestly it could be harder to make friends. But then in a sense that could kind of play in your favor also because you might have people that are more genuine towards you. I'm saying you can't make genuine friendships in a bigger city, but
it's kind of harder.
But it might be harder because they're out. They're always doing something and stuff like that, especially Atlanta. I would not even imagine moving down there because I'm like, ooh, child, what about that? But I think the biggest thing for me with relocating, like you said earlier, was probably dealing with the cost because you have to move everything in a U-Haul. You have to move your vehicle because especially if you move all the way across to another country, like say you lived in Florida and you wanted to move to Cali, like you're going to have to ship your car over there or you're going to have to drive for like 3 days or something.
People usually drive, but I would say also see if your employer can pay for your relocation assistance. Or get a sponsorship.
Try to definitely get some type of what is it, like a travel packet or a travel contract or something like that with your job.
Oh yeah, it's like a relocation stipend. Relocation stipend. That could be one to try to move. Or if you are just kind of moving and not with a job, I would just say like definitely save your money and save probably like an extra $2,000 on top of what you already saving.
Right.
So,
and if you have to before you move, like we did, move back in with your family or a friend or something that can help you save up.
But I didn't save anything when I lived with my parents, so I don't know if I can tell you.
Maybe you was outside.
Yeah, I was outside. I didn't save anything when I lived with my parents, so I can't even say that. But the first time I did save money, but this last time I was just outside, so that's why I'm inside this year.
I mean, they say you can't take it with you, so enjoy your life while you can.
Okay, at this point, yeah, you just make some more money at this point.
What would you say is the biggest caveat or challenge for you when it came to relocating to Atlanta?
I think mine was just finding a job because I didn't just move with a job.
So really? I thought you already had one when you moved down there.
Well, yeah, that's but I was looking for a job while I was up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was because if I didn't have a job, I wasn't gonna move to Atlanta. So I would say that was the biggest thing, finding a job, but also then switching to knowing how expensive it was, like what you had to pay. So I had to work 2 jobs. I was working like 6 days a week. So and sometimes 7 days a week. So I would say finding a job because I didn't know, like I just graduated.
Right.
I didn't really know the colleges out there. I didn't know like some things, so I had to kind of use my LinkedIn to connect with people, and then that's actually
that could be a good way to connect with people when you relocate.
Yeah, I use LinkedIn to talk to people. They knew people in that area, so I was talking to people. But it was like it's COVID, people aren't really hiring, so that's where it was. And then I had to just go all in on my DoorDash. Because I started
did relocate during that time. That was extra tough.
Because I started DoorDashing and I did Postmates, which got so like sold out or whatever. I was doing that already during the pandemic. And so then I kind of just like, well, let me do this, you know. And then I moved in July, but my jobs really didn't start until August. But I had to move in July just because the person who I was moving with, she had to be moved out by a certain time. So we just moved in, like moved together or whatever. So yeah, I would say that. And then it was COVID, so it's like people weren't outside. So I'm just trying to navigate even like how to get to spaces. That was a minute.
Right.
Get to spaces, get into work. And then, okay, I did join a Facebook group. So then that is kind of how I met some people and started hanging out with some people. I do believe those people were genuine, but those people was also, they was newer kind of, they wasn't already in there in the limelight. So they could have been genuine. But then after a while, it's like you can meet ungenuine people, just kind of how you navigate and stuff like that. So I would say those would be probably the couple of things at the beginning.
And to bring into that, like, you know, to add into that, I've met people off Bumble that I just felt like I was a disposable friend to them. You know how you meet people that have a lot of friends, and they always say a person that has too many friends is a friend to none.
Ooh.
So I don't know, but I do understand where they get that, because it's like, how can you balance all those personalities? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's too many surface level connections, and I like to really get to know people. I don't need to know all your business, but I want to at least be able to know, like, who am I dealing with? Like, where do you live at? Like, what are you about? Like, not just, oh, let's hang out and just all we do is that. Like, I don't know nothing about your mama, your daddy, where you work.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Oh, I don't know. Well, I think that is depending on how you meet people, because I can see the surface level friendship as in, like, if I meet somebody out, it's like, okay, hey, we could be cool, whatever. We're not that cool.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
Well, no, I'm saying that, like, if I meet them out, that, like, we just go out versus like if you're looking for intentional friends, it's like, oh, like you're asking different questions. I guess like long lifetime friends, but I don't know. I don't really ask people about their family. People don't really talk too much about their family, but I think that, and this is how we met. I guess we asked about our family, whatever, but I feel like it kind of is the way, because like we live with our parents. So when I'm like, oh, where do you live? You're like, oh, my parents, you know? It's like, okay, well then now I know about your parents. But if I'm in Atlanta or something like that, they probably not living with their parents. So it's like they don't come out, like we're not talking about parents and family and friends until like later on. So I think it depends on kind of like how you meet that person.
Well, I mean, like you can have the surface level of friends like when you relocate, but I mean, like I always wanted to have like intimate connections with people, like have those go-to friends, because especially if you go to a place that you don't have any family around, you want to have at least a couple of friends that, you know, if there's emergencies going on or something, you know. And because I had a friend that lived down here, and like she trusted me enough to have a key to her place if there was something that happened or something like that. So that's what I mean, just have like a sense of security.
Yeah, and I don't feel like I had that
when you
in
moved.
Atlanta. No, I don't really feel like that either too. To that point, it's since like, okay, I have friends, but like they have their own lives. Like, yeah, I don't have family out here. I just kind of went and navigated the space, but it could be depending on where I was at or what I was doing. So that's another thing too. Like, it's like, okay, what am I out here? I have no family out here. I don't even really like my job. What am I staying out here for? To prove anything? And it's like, yeah, but that's what I was saying. When you meet those people, then it's like it's not as genuine, or you don't know if it's genuine, or they already have their own people because they've been here for a long time, or they just go to different pockets. So that's why I was saying I think it's the difference. But I did use Bumble, and actually the girl that I met on Bumble, she is genuine, and we still talk to this day.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, like we still talk to this day, but you know how Bumble is, hit or miss. You're like the second person that I really talk to on Bumble, but that's hit or miss. So I think that could be it too, but just trying to navigate that, like loneliness, being by yourself, that can lead into depression and stuff like that. And I would say also the thing that I thought about was even traveling, because I do like go home for Thanksgiving, like we go places. So like trying to have money for Thanksgiving and then Christmas right after that. I didn't think of it boom, boom, boom. Because when you're in school, you just like, oh, I have money, I'm going to go home. But it's like, no, you got to pay for those flights and then you can't go. I think that's something else that you think about too. And if you are living in California and you got to fly back to New York or something like that, and then just like all that comes into it, I think that really can. So having that sense of community in that city is really good. Having to build that is really hard, and it kind of takes a while too. Even with me right now, I'm like, okay, I've only literally been in the city for like 6 months, you know? So like it is going to take a long time. Well, not a long time. It is going to take a little minute. Some time. But it's like, okay, I mean, I do know people here, so that's good too. But then it's like, okay, what if I didn't know people here? Then I got to kind of connect and figure out things or whatever. So
Yeah.
I just don't really think I have that much of social life because it hasn't really been going great. We're trying to meet people, and like I was explaining this before, I know that a lot of people say they don't like to hang out with their coworkers, but I'm like, that's low key sometimes your people, like that's your introduction into people.
Right.
If you click with somebody, that's cool, but you do got to kind of like just hang out with them, talk with them, see if you could trust them,
Right.
in a sense. I know, because that can help you get out, because like right now my coworkers, like, we're not the same age, we don't do the same things,
right,
or whatever, so it's kind of different. Versus my last job, my coworkers were around my age, we hung out. So even now that I left Atlanta, I'm still friends with my coworkers. A couple of them fell off, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But I still talk to at least one. So when I go back to Atlanta,
right,
I'm like, okay, we still hang out. We still cool. I still have my, some associates or whatever. But I feel like now I'm trying to start all over.
Right.
And so it's like it's kind of harder because I don't have the same age friends or whatever. So now it's like, okay, so with that and relocating, it can feel lonely. With trying to just kind of find friends and figuring out how, you got to do Meetup, all this stuff, Bumble. You got to do all this stuff to kind of like really go out there to find friends. And I'm in this space where I'm like, okay, friends are entrepreneurship, working. So it's kind of like, I don't really have a social life right now. So
it's hard to find a balance sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I have too much of a balance. It's either like all fun, no play, no fun. Well, no, that's fun. All fun, no work.
Right.
No fun, all work. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Right.
In that. So yeah, I think that just is like, me, where I'm at with it when it comes to not being lonely and like still trying to,
right,
be good with it.
And I understand that, because I think when I first relocated up here years ago, I didn't even use Bumble. Like that wasn't even in existence. Like I said, I kind of relied on the friends I already had. Because it wasn't like, oh, I moved states and states away like you did, or hours away. So I just stayed friends with the coworkers I did have at the time, which was my military friends. We hung out more than anything. And the job that I had, child, I did not hang out with the people, like, at all. I was like, because I was a supervisor, I was newly in my role. So I was like, yeah, I don't think that's good with me hanging out with subordinates like that. But eventually I did, but I made it very adamant and very clear. I was like, what we do outside of work does not need to get taken into this workplace. Point blank, period. Like, I don't play that. Like, I don't want to mix business and pleasure. Like, have my business running through the office. So
yeah, we talked about that on last episode.
Yeah. So I was very careful of who I actually commingled with outside of work. And I mean, it turned out fine. They were much younger. They were girls at U of L. And I was already done with school. They were still in school, so yeah. Yeah,
I didn't really hang out with bosses and stuff like that, but to your point, even me, when I went to some places and it's like, okay, I do know people, I do know, but it's like me, I personally don't think you're friends with people if you don't communicate and, effort. I think we talked about this offline, but it's like, people always say people grow apart. I think it's low effort friendships. I don't really care for low effort friendships, so I do know people and I will hang out with people, but like, I'm not always going to be constantly calling you, talking to you. So it's like, I don't do low effort friendships. So therefore, I'm going to find some people who value friendship like me. And I think that's the hardest part about it. Finding people who value friendship, who are not low effort. Because I don't think I'm low effort in anything that I do. And so within that, trying to find genuine non-low effort friends can be kind of hard.
Can be. Like, a lot of people these days are not considerate, like, with others, like, and selfish.
Yeah, and so it's like, I do know some people, but I'm like, are they going to be friends? Are we going to be friends? Or like, are we going to hang out with me? It's like, if I'm always the one that's planning stuff or whatever, like, that's not cool with me either. So like, that can get into like loneliness and all that stuff right there. But it's just like, okay, I want people who are going to value me and value friendship with me versus me, like, I'm valuing y'all or whatever, and like you don't value me. So I think that's a whole nother topic conversation. But within that, all that can all be lonely and stuff like that. Because like, okay, well, like y'all not really reaching out to me, hanging out with me. So therefore, I'm not hanging out with y'all. But it's like, okay, but then it's like I do want friends. So it's like you kind of go back and forth with it, Let's say you come in this world by yourself and you leave this world by yourself. But hey, I don't know.
Unless you was a twin, but you still gonna leave the world by yourself.
You still are gonna leave the world by yourself. Unless you are conjoined to twins. I wonder what happens with that. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Conjoined twins.
They would both
be gone.
Gone, yeah, I guess.
Oh, because one heart. But what if it's like Oh, they're conjoined.
They have different organs and stuff as far as I know.
So that's
but they're still connected, child. I don't know. Y'all know anything about conjoined twins? Let us know in the comments because I'm trying to figure it out. 2 of them got separated before. Yeah, they were like the first in history on Earth.
That's interesting, but that's not our conversation. But it's whatever. But okay, so how we end our episodes is with a trivia or hot seat game, and so we'll go to that. And we had a slight malfunction, so we already have our hot seat questions. So,
and while she's getting the cards ready, let us know if y'all have any issues with relocating.
Let us know where you live, though, if you like it or whatever. Because, we're open to see places. I don't know if she's still thinking about Texas or not anymore.
I know.
But she was all Texas, and so I'm all of this. But, I'm kind of open or whatever. And also, we have no tie to the city. We don't have kids. We're not married. So, it's we're spreading our wings. And we also want people to know that's watching. It's it is okay to spread your wings. It is okay to go. I did move. I left it. You can leave. You can try over again, start over again. But just know that, these are some of the challenges that come with relocating to a new city, starting a new job, just adulting in general, because adulting is hard. So yeah, these are just conversations. So just let us know if let us know how your mental health is doing because of the month, and let us know if you feel lonely or if you feel depressed or anything like that, and how you kind of combat at that with all the things going. I don't know if y'all remember. I was saying about moving and then having to travel back and forth and stuff like that. Right. Paying for that stuff, that could be lonely because you could be celebrating holidays by yourself. You're used to being around your families. And slight plug, if you did not know, I do have another podcast. It's called Millennial Thoughts. And I did a whole season on relocating. So if you want to hear people's stories, go listen to those interviews. And I also did a download to help you not feel as lonely. So the podcast is called Millennial Thoughts Podcast. You can watch the other podcast on YouTube, Millennial Thoughts, or you can download it on whatever app you did. But I did 12 different interviews about relocation, and
I watched some of those.
Oh yeah, people are they're going from Kentucky to California. This one I interviewed her in California. She just moved to Texas, so it's and so it just gives different perspectives: small towns, big towns, little towns, whatever. So it's something that I really think that is big and people don't talk about it.
I need to watch it again so I can figure out where they're moving to, child. Where's the money at? Where's the men at?
Yes, I'm crying. Well, some of them are already married, but
no. How did they get married?
Yeah. But these conversations. Well, my dad was in the military, so he moved because of the military. But a lot of people didn't move when they was younger, as in the older generation, they just stayed at their job for 30 years. So I feel like it's something to talk about, how we talked about even asking for money, even relocations. People don't really talk about that stuff, but all those questions I've asked to those people. So actually, I think it's a really pretty good season, to go check it out. And also, my season right now is mental health. So go listen to that, me and my girl Surea. So check that out, please. But
yes,
all the plugs I'm done with.
Millennial Thoughts.
Yes, thank you. And now we're going to do our hot seat. So you can go first.
All right, so my question is, what do I know more about than anyone else in the room? It's only us in the room, so.
Yeah. They not like us.
Right.
What do you know about, the military? Just being in that. And then, I forgot what else maybe you would know. I think I guess entrepreneurship in the home. Maybe entrepreneurship a little bit more because you did more entrepreneurial stuff and then your mom was an entrepreneur. So I would say kind of you may know more about that in the retrospective, doing things, learning stuff, having tips like that. I didn't come from an entrepreneurial background, so I kind of just,
you kind of started learning on your own.
Yeah.
And the child was probably a handyman. Because I was I'm the builder over here.
Yeah, Bob, baby.
See, I don't like building stuff, child. I wouldn't say I love it, but I'm not bad at it.
I'm in my feminine energy, and I need a man that can build.
I'm screaming. You could be feminine build.
No, that's hard labor. Soft labor me, please. Okay, I don't know how to do nothing. Come and fix everything. Okay, baby. Yeah, she made our table. Actually, she put our table together. She put our dresser together. Child, baby. If that don't come together, sealed and delivered, I don't want it. So yeah, she is a handy girl. That is true. You are.
And what does she know more about something other than me? Well, what does she know more about? I would definitely say when it comes to film, media, writing, I don't know nothing about nothing. I used to write for fun in school, but yeah, she's got that. And travel blogging. I do like to travel, but I don't know how to get the viewerships is I haven't really looked into it anyway, but as far as like that circumference, she's got that sector for sure, more skilled. And teaching, because she's getting her teaching certification, so I don't know nothing about teaching. I instruct and I train.
Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, training and instructing, you know.
They're kind of similar.
Training, yeah. Training. So the one that I picked out was, what have I already done for the last time in my life?
I kind of cheated with this, but I already know that we talked about it. It was graduating.
Yes, because if you don't know, we had a malfunction. Podcasting is hard. Okay?
It is.
So really, we recorded this and now we're re-recording it. So we already really know our answers, but just bear with us. You know, this is what you do when you are literally on the boots grammar and you don't have a production team behind you. Okay, you got to get it how you live it, and that's kind of where we're at. So it's okay, but we just gonna pretend. So I did do another question after that. So it was, what is one skill I would love to have? So you can answer me and I'll say for you.
Well, I did say digital nomad, but at this point, I know it's just anything to make you rich. You trying to be the next Oprah girl.
Period. Well, not Oprah. I'm trying to be the next, because they said she's not a good billionaire, but I need to be.
She wants to be an ethical billionaire.
Ethical billionaire. I still need to make it to the pearly gates.
Right. Period.
Yes. So that is one skill I would have. Whatever can make me a billionaire, whatever can help me. I might have an idea of what can do it. I'm still kind of working with it, but I can't give it to y'all yet. Y'all just gonna have to know when I say Alieshia. And Alicia's a billionaire. Check the credits.
Create some kind of streaming platform, some kind of app that everybody
don't give it too away, but yeah, what they need, that's what they need. What is one skill you would love to have? You said like cybersecurity skill, and then I was saying like some type of tech. I think I said tech skill.
Yes.
Something about like cybersecurity, so that you can be able to make some money too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So so we're making money. And
I would love to have a tech company when I'm a little more established.
A tech company. Oh yeah.
Oh, and the other skill that we talked about it before. I would love to learn how to make wine.
I was just gonna say, you took it from me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
that's my dream, is to open up a winery when I get in my 40s, 50s, or something like that.
We should go to Napa.
Oh,
yeah, Napa,
California.
Yeah, go to Tamara Housley Maury. Tamara Maury Housley.
Oh, that's where she lives in Napa.
Her husband has a winery.
Okay, they got big money.
Oh yeah, she does. And so I don't know if she lives in Napa. I don't know if they were like traveling back and forth. But yeah, she was doing it in the summer, and people be going there all the time. He like inherited or something like that. Something that white girl. Yeah, she don't work at the room no more. So what's she doing? But yeah, she has a winery, and so I don't drink.
That would be my dream.
Yeah, I don't drink wine, so I wouldn't be there. But I would go just to go because it's nice and stuff like that. I, on the other hand, would do mocktails.
Mocktails.
Yes.
We have that too. Alcohol removed wine.
Yes, I would do mocktails. So if I had a skill, that's really my skill. What one skill I would have is just to be able to like know what to do it. Like to be a genius, to just know what to do it. Like I want to have a mocktail line, but baby, how do I even start?
Right.
Where do I even go? Like what?
We got Google, we got YouTube.
Yeah, but you gotta, you can do all that, but you need the action behind it. I feel like I'm talking like this YouTuber. Her name was like Jana, whatever. She talks about being a late bloomer, and she moved in her first apartment at 29. She's like, baby, but what is it doing? What? I be cracking up. It's so funny though. But yes, I think that would be the skill. But maybe we might have some drinks. We already got the wine glasses and the mugs for y'all.
Right. We need a wine sponsorship.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Okay, we already got the wine glasses for you. We already got the mugs for you. So when we get our lines together, make sure you put the money in the coins. Maybe like a Black Girls Den, and you do the wine and I do the mocktail. Yes. I don't know. But yeah, that's one more skill we would want to have. Let us know what skills y'all want to have. Let us know what skills you already got. Because can y'all help a sister out? Or can you help the sisters out? The Black Girls Den out. Because we need your help. So, yeah. And what's one thing you already done the last time in your life? Let us know. Child, because some people might say kids, period. But we haven't had ours yet, though. So, yeah. Anybody looking to have kids? I'm just playing. So our next thing we do is affirmation. So we're going to end with an affirmation. Like I said, we already picked those, so we're going to read them to you all. And let us know how you like our affirmations.
My affirmation is, she needed a hero, so that's what she became. Okay?
She rose, where you at? Don't let anyone dull your sparkle, shine bright. I think that's what it's saying.
Yeah, I like that. Don't let anybody stop your shine, even when it rains.
By who?
No, I said don't let nobody stop your shine.
Okay. Don't let nobody stop your shine. Well, we thank y'all so much for joining us. Make sure that you go and get your ticket if you are in the Louisville or Jefferson area, Jeffersonville, Indiana area. The Eventbrite link will be in the description. Everything will be in the description. Our giveaway, we're going live next Sunday, July 7th. Donate to our passport, send passport applications to college women that are at least a sophomore, okay, so they can apply so we can give away these passports. We have one giveaway. Shout out to Farron again, Love That Belly.
Yes.
And we are raising some money for some more. We would like to give out 3 to 4. You know, don't forget all the announcements, because we are coming back. And also, if y'all want us to do a Q&A or if y'all have some topic suggestions that y'all want us to talk about, we would love to do that.
DM us or
comment below on this YouTube video. DM us on TikTok.
Email us.
Oh yeah, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Email us would be great. Email us because we do want to do live. We want to do some more things with y'all. But you know, we trying to reach 100 subscribers, so we need to get that. We about 40 away, so we might do a giveaway. But we gotta snatch it up because we got 17,000 views, baby. But we need 100 subscribers. Well, we need more than 100 subscribers. We need 1 million subscribers. Okay, so that YouTube can see us. Because they're not like us. Oh yes, and you know, so we can try to like do these trips, go these places, do all these things that we want to do. Okay, but it's up to y'all to say that we're the #1 best podcast in the world.
We trying to be the #1 in the world.
In the world, whole world. How many countries in there? About 100.
I was like 120.
Yeah, like 120 countries.
130 probably by now. Yeah, they be making up their own countries.
We need to be worldwide with the 100 some countries, okay? So we need to be in Africa, because Ludacris said the most beautiful women in the world
reside in Africa.
In Africa. We ain't there, but we African American. Okay? We need to be in North America, South America,
Asia,
Australia,
Mexico,
Antarctica. Oh man, Mexico's North America.
There are African Mexicans though.
Well, no. Oh yeah, I was saying that's in America though. Mexico's in North America.
South is south of us.
Okay, yes.
Still America.
Europe, Asia, we be everywhere. Okay, come see us. Pull up on us. Okay, on YouTube though, not.
Unless we have an event that you pull up on us.
Yes, these events. And we're also doing another event in August. If you are in Louisville, there is an event August 2nd. It's like Melanair. It's like a marketplace. It's a vendor event. We're not vending, but we're going to be there. And we're going to be playing our game, the trivia game. So if y'all see this, come and join us. We love playing games. We love being out there. We are where culture meets corporate.
Period.
So, yes, thank y'all so much for watching. Catch us every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on YouTube. And if you listen to the audio, or you want to listen to the audio, that's 5 a.m. on Wednesdays as well. But, you know, wind down with us. Get you a mug. Get you a wine glass, because we are selling those, partnering with a wine glass half full.
15% off your first purchase.
Period, right? That's in the description. The link is in the description for you to get. So yeah, definitely support us so that we can support y'all. We can kind of keep on doing these episodes for y'all. We enjoy it, but we also want to kind of grow and become bigger so we can be on BET stage.
Period. Stage, yes.
Yes, thank y'all so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and put your notifications on so you see us every week. Period. Every week on your YouTube playlist, whatever it's called. I don't even know. Your homepage, your main page, that you get notified that we are coming out with a new episode. So thank y'all so much. Have a great day whenever you watch this. Bye.